Hey folks, this is Mike Gingrich from TabSite. Good to be with you today and looking forward to our time together the next hour to go over how to run a successful sweepstakes on Facebook. So we're going to get started with a few tips here about the webinar, and you'll be able to ask any questions that you want during the event. I will cover them at the end, and you are free to post them on our fan page, facebook.com/tabsite, or feel free to post in the GoToMeeting question area here. And I'll also be taking a look at Twitter and the hashtag #tabsite, so you can also tweet out there, and feel free to post nuggets that you pick up from this webinar today at that hashtag #tabsite, and we'll go forward with that. So I'm going to be taking you through a live demo of the back end today for the webinar of the Sweepstakes Plus. We're going to look at the front side, and we're going to go through some tips and different pieces of information. So just a couple more housekeeping things. We are going to have a drawing at the end, and I'm going to be announcing a TabSite Gold winner at the end today. So that's a $190 a year value, and you're able to run contests and promotions, different ones with that plan. So we're going to take a look at who's going to win that. Also, just to note, this comes up a number of times, we will be having a video replay with slides available later on. So I'll try to get that out hopefully within 8 hours and make it possible. So we'll make sure that that's available. Everyone who registered will get an email with that information. I'll also make that available on Facebook, and so you'll see that in numerous spots. So that takes care of some of the housekeeping items. I want to jump into where we're going to spend our time today. We are going to take a look at our new TabSite Sweepstakes Plus app, and how to set it up, how to deploy it, and best practices for running it. We're also just going to take a look at best practices for any type of promotion or contest on Facebook in general, some of the key things that you need to keep in mind, and at the end also looking forward to showing you a sneak peek of a new app that we're getting ready to launch. It's in final beta testing, and I've got it in my system, so we'll be able to pull that up as well. I'll go through the questions and get to those. We will also announce the winner of TabSite, and I've got a special discount offer code at the end that I'll share with you as well. So there was a question that came in, is am I going to be on webcam today? I am not going to be on webcam today, just going to try to focus on the screen here to show you what's happening and talk you through things. So again, if you have questions, feel free to post those on facebook.com/tabsite or in the GoToMeeting area, and tweet out what you're learning, what you think is important at #tabsite, and we're going to proceed forward. So with that, why would you want to run a contest on Facebook? The bottom line is that contests, promotions, deals increase engagement. Okay, so when we talk about engagement, when you put something out like a contest or a offer, a deal, a promotion, and you share that in the news feed, that is proven to draw people to it. Okay, and so when we talk about engagement, we're talking about people will like those posts, they will comment, and they will share that. Okay, so what you have on your screen now in front of you is a sweepstakes that Linksys did for their 25th anniversary. All right, and Linksys is known for their routers, and so what they were going to offer in their 25th anniversary to celebrate how many years they've been making products for people to use was they were going to give away some routers and some equipment, some of their products. So they ran a sweepstakes. I forget what it was, 7-10 days, something like that. But you see on the left here was a little synopsis of some of their social shares from that tab during the promotion. So this is what engagement is all about. 781 likes, 334 tweets. Okay, a lot of plus ones, a lot of shares, and a number of pins. So all of that is word of mouth marketing, because when someone's coming and registering and doing one of those actions, tweeting that out afterwards or liking it, that is a word of mouth from that individual who is doing that to their network, to their friend on Facebook, their followers on Twitter, that type of thing. So it is word of mouth from that person entering outward, and that's huge in the social media ecosphere, because that is drawing other people back into it. There's also an element of trust that goes out, because if one of my Facebook friends likes something, I'm more inclined to, number one, just see it, number two, be interested in taking a look at it because they have liked it. So that's going to draw me back into it, and if they've trusted it, that's a element for me that I'm going to say, go take a look at this and see what the possibilities are there. Why do we do promotions for Facebook pages? One of the reasons is because studies have shown 79% of Facebook fans are more likely to purchase from a brand they have liked, all right, as opposed to someone who has not, what are they doing with brands they have not liked on Facebook. So there is a correlation there. A like, becoming a fan of a page, is just a low threshold thing. It's hitting that button and liking it, but studies are showing that that's a point of contact, that's a touch point with a customer, with a consumer, and it's the possibility of making that first impression and a connection that they're taking a look at you. They're interested in receiving some information from you, and it goes on to show that of those, there's a more likely chance that they're going to purchase. And so with a sweepstakes, with a contest, there's a greater chance, particularly if you're using like a like gate or a fan gate feature, which TabSite offers, to capture that like as a part of the contest or promotion, the first phase of entering, so that they go through and register. That after that, you have gained them as a fan. Now that's not an end all to say, hey, they're going to purchase from you, but that's a starting point. Okay, and so we're helping you. A Facebook promotion is helping you to engage, to reach out, to connect, and basically we're trying to use word of mouth marketing as well through your community to help others be drawn in to reach your page and connect with you. There's 4 primary types of Facebook promotions. Okay, we're going to take a look again today at the Sweepstakes Plus app, a particular type of sweepstakes, and go over that. So Sweepstakes is one of those. A deal or an offer, a coupon, is a second type that you can offer on Facebook. Contests, photo contest, video contest, essay or caption contests are all types of promotions that you can run on a Facebook page. And of course, TabSite offers all of these features. And the fourth one is a multi-social network promotion. And what do I mean by that? I mean something that's hosted on Facebook on your page, but involves another social network, such as Pinterest, and we have a pin deal for that, or such as Instagram, where we have an Instagram contest where users enter by using their mobile device and taking a picture, uploading that on Instagram to a particular hashtag that you have set on your contest, and that's pulled into your Facebook page tab where people can vote on those, that type of thing. So those are the 4 primary types of Facebook contest promotions, and it is important to note that Facebook requires that anyone running a promotion on their Facebook page must use a third-party app, which is what a TabSite is. It's a addition to your Facebook page, third party, that allows you to meet the requirements Facebook has of using a third-party app, not using the news feed for entering, registering, that type, but having it all take place on a tab with some other criteria. It says it's not handled by Facebook, it's not associated with Facebook, those types of things. We enable you to meet all of those requirements and try to keep it simple for you so that you can select, set up, and easily deploy a promotion to receive the benefits of that type of engagement and extending the reach of your page out to new people. So Today we're going to talk about sweepstakes a little bit more. It is a chance-based promotion. What do we mean by that is that people are completing a form, putting their name in the hat, and hoping that their name is drawn from the hat eventually. A sweepstakes is a random winner. It's not based on votes or something like that in a sweepstakes. One of the positives of a sweepstakes is that it's a simple entry process. It's a simple form, and you want to keep that lean. We allow you to set the fields that you want, so you can create multiple ones. You see the one here that was done by Thomas Beach Vacations had 3 fields: first name, last name, and email. Okay, that's pretty basic. That's a good threshold to keep it to, because if you have 5, 6, 7 fields, ultimately then you start losing people. The more fields, the less that people will take the time to complete all of those. And just another note, if you can see on this social sharing up there, was that this was an opportunity to win a free 7-night oceanfront stay. And again, likes were out of sight. 997 likes, 167 tweets, 540 shares, 94 pins. So this was an active one, and that's what we're talking about. Each of those social shares right there is based on one person coming and doing that and extending it out to their network, to their audience. So great reach, for Thomas Beach Vacations to offer something to their current fans, but to have those fans extend it out so that more people come to know about Thomas Beach Vacations. And again, a sweepstakes is something that can be run by any type of page. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give away 7-night oceanfront stays. It can be by local retailers. It can be by restaurants. As you saw there, Linksys. So we're talking someone that's offering a product. There a wide array of industries and companies can use a sweepstakes. We're going to take a look at Sweepstakes Plus today. And the key is the plus, because with that whole concept of word-of-mouth marketing, Sweepstakes Plus takes that to another level by incentivizing the person entering to share it by giving them more entries for doing that share. All right, so here was the basic math, is that a fan enters. They've got 1 entry in that sweepstakes, 1 chance to win, out of the whole pool of everyone that enters. But with Sweepstakes Plus, we track them. So we give them a friend sharing tool. So in using that friend share tool, they can share that to 1 friend, and for doing that, they've got an additional entry. So now that 1 person has 2 entries in the sweepstakes. Finally, if that friend that it was shared with clicks on that link and comes back to that to check out the sweepstakes themselves, we know that, we track that, and we reward that person who did that sharing with an additional entry. So now that person has 3 entries, and that person who entered can do that sharing with an unlimited number of additional friends. So it's not limited to just 3 entries. I can enter and come back and share it with another friend, and that gives me an additional entry. I can come back sharing it with another friend, that gives me an additional entry, and again, if that friend clicks on it, I get rewarded with an entry for each of those. So we had a customer in the UK, London area that ran sweepstakes here recently, and had a lot of interaction, and a number of their entrants were getting 20 to 30 entries for themselves by sharing it over the course of 7 days with friends. So there was no limit. You can only share 1 at a time. That's a Facebook rule, just because they want to not have you spam and send it out to your entire friend list of 300, 400 friends at one shot. But Facebook allows you to do that 1 at a time, so we have that set up 1 at a time. You can come back and they get additional entries for that. So that is what we're talking about with Sweepstakes Plus, and if you want to read the full details on it, I put a link up here, bit.ly/sweeps plus, bit.ly/sweeps plus, And again, all these are going to be available, but we're going to take a live look at it now to just go through the sweepstakes. So let me switch over to my browser here. All right. Pull that up on your screen. Okay. So what you're looking at here is a Sweepstakes Plus that I have set up, just to go over the public side of it again. And I'm going to take you to the manager in a moment, but this is on my Facebook page, facebook.com/MikeGDigital, and the basics are here. Now let me first, I do have a like gate activated on this. Of course, I'm the page admin, so I have liked my page, but let me unlike it just so you can see the like gate a moment. Alright, so I can set this up with a light gate or without a light gate. I have the light gate on, and I'm giving people basic information like this page to be able to enter. Sweepstakes is going to end on May 31st, end of day. Alright, and so someone comes in, they see that message, they like the page, and again, that like is a opt-in. It's an opportunity for me to be able to connect with them in the future by posts I make in my news feed, and the more that I can get them to engage with future posts in my news feed or engage with things on my page, such as my contest promotion here, the more Facebook understands that I have a connection with that page, the more they will show my posts in that news feed of that person. So here we are, enter to win, TabSite Platinum plan, and I'm giving them the basics. Enter to win, share to get more entries, come back daily to share and earn additional entries. Okay, so you have this entire canvas area to figure out what you want to do with. You load an image to this area, and I've kept it simple. I have name and company email here. So let me just put in a entry. Oops, I put it in the name field there. Okay, Mike. Back. I agree to the terms, rules, and privacy, and those terms, you can click on those links, it'll pull that up, the rules of privacy. That's where you need to, we give you some information there as a starting point, and what you can do from that point forward is customize that to your country, your location, what it needs to be specifically to apply to your area. All right, so I have entered, and so then when I've come back in, I automatically then have the opportunity to share this going forward with friends. All right, so I'm going to take you into the back end in a second here, and let me just refresh my page again. All right. Okay. Go forward with that. All right, and then I'm going to take you to the back end of the tool so that we can look at the setup of the process. And just to give you a glimpse of the possibilities here, we do have a complete setup of the Sweepstakes Plus in our TabSite help area, tabsite.com/help, and if you search for Sweepstakes Plus, there's a complete guide. So if you would go and add a new tab, you would get to be able to, step one is to name your tab. Step two, you're going to choose a 111 by 74 image, and that 111 by 74 shows up. This is where I'm talking about the 111 by 74 images. That's where they show up on your Facebook page, and so you can move these. And so mine is this enter now for the Sweepstakes Plus. If I want to move that into the top row, I can assign which one that I want to swap places with. So if so the webinar is happening right now, so I might as well swap places with the webinar sign up, since they're not going to register after the event has occurred. And now that one's in the top row. And let me flip back here. So this is the 111 by 74. I can use one of the preset ones that TabSite offers, or there is the option right within it to select or upload one of your own. So if you have some brand colors, and or even if you want to put that in Spanish, if your page is in Spanish, you have that possibility. Our promotions work across different languages. We allow you to customize those so that you're not limited to English for a German audience, that type of thing. You can customize them. And then step 3 in the back, and we're going to go to the back end a little bit more, is you choose the type of tab. And the Sweepstakes Plus is an engagement app. Engagement apps are those that are designed to help you increase engagement. So you would select this top one, which is different than the drag and build type tabs. And once you've selected engagement apps, then this screen appears with all the different types of engagement apps. And the Sweepstakes Plus is in the second row, bottom right area. And if you hover over any of them, they give you the details on what that is, and it will give you a little description of that so that you know you're selecting the right one. You would click Add, and that will open up the manager area where you get to set up that. So let's flip back to the manager area now, to the setup area. So what are the things that I get to go through in the setup process? Number one, I can add a simple header image. So if I want to say enter to win, share to get more entries, and it specifies here, load this one up at 810 pixels wide by 75 pixels tall. Okay, and just to give you your bearings again so you can see that one on the public side. Alright, so that's this image right here. That was the header image piece there, and I've just tied it in with the rest of mine so that it all looks seamless there. The sweepstakes name, this is just for me in the back end, and I'll show you what that means a little bit in the export manager area so that I can go and look at this sweepstakes and find out details on what's happening with it. The first thing then is a pre-sweepstakes. So this is, when do I want the sweepstakes to start? And I've been running this for just about a month now, and so the question is, what do I want to display before it goes live? So say I was going to have this go live on June 1st. I could set up to display a message ahead of time, so that I can have the tab live and I can tell people it's coming, but it's not live for them to enter until that time period. So here's, and I have multiple options here. I can put a some text, I can put a text and an image, text and a countdown, or a countdown timer. So let me just go ahead and flip mine forward a little bit here for the moment. So let's say I was going to start it tomorrow. Alright, and it's going to set my time zone, Eastern time zone. So with this, I could put text and a countdown timer, and then I get selections on, do I want the text above or the text below. And just for quick purposes here, come back May 31 at 7 p.m. to enter. Alright, and I'm going to center line that, make it bold. Alright, and so I've got text here, and I've also said I'm going to have a countdown. So let's just save that and go back to the sweepstakes, reload the page so you can get a glimpse of this. Okay, so here's my header image that we had set before, and now you see my text. Come back May 31st at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to enter. This contest is going to start in 1 day, 5 hours, 4 minutes, 56, 55, 54 seconds. Alright, so that's my countdown pre-contest. So basically I can set this up and deploy it even if it's going to go live in June, and that's a good thing to do to begin to create some buzz about it, to get people aware of it, so that they are going to be ready to go, so that they are sharing information about it, so that they have a anticipation that they want to come back. Alright, so I'm going to back this up now since I want it live. and save it. You do not have to do anything. Once you set the contest date, I mean, we automatically will flip it for you from the pre-contest to the live, the start date. We're gonna automatically switch that, so so that if somebody comes, a minute before it's supposed to go live, they're gonna get the pre-contest. If they, come back 2 minutes later, reload the page after the contest has gone live, they're seeing the live one there. So that we do all that for you, and then we allow you to set a end date time, which we'll get to below, and also a opportunity to have a message after that. So let's just continue forward here. My next field was the live sweepstakes. I can choose to simply write text. I can have text and an image, or an image. I opted for the image, as you saw on my page there, and I'm loading an image that's 810 pixels wide by 610 pixels high, and we give you some details there. The next field is the form notifications. So let me just save what I've got there and pull up my preview just so you can see it in the back. So the preview allows you to see where you're at right now. So we have the contest live, so this is what the public would see. And if we have a toggle up here, so that if they are not a fan and I have a light gate in, what is that person going to see? They're going to see the light gate. So that's the preview function there allows you to see what you're doing. But again, if you have it set to start June 1st and you go to the preview, you're going to see the pre-sweepstakes information. Alright, so my next area, after I've created my image with instructions, so that's your instructional point, that with the Sweepstakes Plus you want to make sure you're telling them, hey, you get more entries by sharing this, so make sure that you're sharing this, and we track all that, that information. Invite them, make it simple for them, enter, share it, come back and share. You get more entries for each friend you share it with, and another entry for each time that friend clicks on the link and comes back. Your total amount of entries gives you a greater chance of winning. Keep that information simple, straightforward for them so they understand what they need to do. Here's your form fields. I have two, name and company email address. If I wanted to add another one, I can click the add field. I click the green pencil and I can name that field if I want to. Let's see, if I wanted to say, what is their company? Alright, I could do that, and I can identify if I want that to be a required field or not. If I want them to give me a little bit more information, I can use a text area so that it's a bigger field. Alright, and if I don't want to use that one, then I can simply remove it. There's no limit on your fields there, other than, as I mentioned before, best practice is to keep it short and keep it sweet in terms of what you're requiring of them, so that there's no barrier to entry for them. As well, I want to point out that I do recommend that you get their email address, because obviously, number one, that's a way that you can communicate with them. They are the winner, and that's important to comply with Facebook policy that you can't just post on their Facebook profile and say, hey, you're the winner. Facebook says that you can't post on their wall that they're the winner of that. You can have that on the tab afterwards and say this was the winner of our contest, but capture their email address, because that is helpful for your email marketing list later on, so that you can continue and you can have that in your rules and terms that by entering you are opting into our email list. And if you're using an email marketing service, typically you can set that up for an opt-in then, so that hey, you have agreed upon with your entry into our sweepstakes to be on our mailing list. An automatic email goes out to them, please confirm that you're ready to opt into our email list. And that's a valuable asset to have, because then you can continue to market to them going forward, drip marketing to them about new information, new products, new services that you have in the future. So what do you want them to do after they have entered? You want them to get a thank you message. And again, in my thank you message, I was reminding them that what I want them to do, and that is, please share this with a friend, and you get a bonus entry for sharing it with them for each friend that you share it with. And if they click on the link, you get an additional entry. So that was part of my thank you message, giving them that information. And then you can kind of customize the friend share message so that when that tool is in place, let me see if I can go back, load this up again. I think I've saved that since we did this. All right, so we're in the live sweepstakes piece here. All right. Okay, and I've agreed. And there was the friend share box here. So let me go into one that has the friend share piece on there. Quickly while I'm registering those. Okay. All right, so here's the friend share tool to give you an example of that. So they will be asked, we have to ask their permissions so that we can access their friend list. Once they've granted that, their friend list comes up, and they can begin typing in the name of a friend that they want to share it with, and it selects that. It's going to post to Troy, my fellow co-founder's wall, and Troy, check this out, and share that. That message is going to be delivered to Troy's newsfeed. Okay, so he's going to get that on Facebook in the newsfeed. It's going to give the information to him, and again, that's what we're tracking in the Sweepstakes Plus, that piece of information, so we know how many entries they have. And you get to customize a number of pieces of this. So when that box popped up that I was going to share with my friend, you as the page manager get to set the title of that message and a description that they can't change, and a thumbnail icon image that's 90 by 90 so that you can further your branding about this. Now the person that's sharing it gets to add their additional personal message to their friend, which is helpful, but you get to set these details that are part of that link back. So if a friend sees that in the newsfeed, clicks on that link, they're going to be brought back directly to this tab. And then we have the opportunity for you to set what your terms are, what your rules are, your privacy policy, how you're going to use that email address. You're not going to use it in any other fashion. You're not going to sell their names, that type of thing, their email addresses. And then you can set the post sweepstakes. When do you want it to end? Choose your date, your time zone, and choose your display image of what you want to show when the sweepstakes is over. Alright, and then if you remember, I had social sharing buttons at the top of the page. I can choose which ones that I want there, the like, the share, the tweet, +1, pin it. I recommend that you have all those just because you want to make it easy for people to share on the networks of their choosing. And then you have a tweet button here to be able to customize what that tweet message is when they select tweet. So again, you're making it easy for them to share this information. If you're using the comments plugin, then there is the opportunity to customize that, what you want to have there. And if you're going to use a light gate, here's the light gate image area, 8 by 10 by 610 pixels high, and then you get styles. So this is links on the page, like my rules link. What color do I want that link to appear? My text color, what color do I want my text on my page to be, and what do I want the background of the page to be? And I had black, so that's some of the customization pieces that I put together. Every engagement app that TabSite offers has the promotional tools area, and what this is the ability, and which is important, I'll talk about this a little bit later, but to get your smart URL. We recommend that you use this smart URL in posting because it enables users of all types of devices. When you post this in your newsfeed saying, hey, enter our sweepstakes, and it goes out, they might be on a mobile device, a tablet, or a PC, and you want any of those to be able to click that link and come back to be able to enter. And the only way to guarantee that across the board is to use the smart URL, because Facebook does not natively link to apps on pages from a mobile device, but with our smart URL we have a path way that we have programmed in so that we can determine they're on a mobile device and still show that to them if you're using our Smart URL feature here. Promotional tools, we give you integration of services. If you're a Buffer user, Sendable, Hootsuite, Planet, we give you ways to be able to schedule out messages to your news feed or to other services, Twitter, Google+, whatever those services offer, to be able to get the message out about your promotion, your sweepstakes, and that's very important. I'm going to go into best practices for that. You must communicate well about your promotion. You can't just expect that if I build it, they will come. You need to get that information out there and regularly keep people alert to that. Alright, so let me just keep going here. The advanced configuration area is basically allowing you to customize some of the specifics. It's particularly of value to those using a different language, so that Facebook offers you the ability to have the like button in a number of different languages. We have that opportunity for you. Twitter gives you the ability to offer the tweet button in a number of languages. We offer that, and so here's the share button text. So if you're in Spanish or in German, you can customize this. Or if you just simply want to tweak the English that we have there, absolutely possible right there for you. So we give you the different fields that are customized so that you can have easy access to make it your own and make it relevant to your audience and to their language. So that's the setup process, and so basically you've got a lot of people entering now. And you want to go and check this out. So we're showing here that at this point in time 54 people have entered, and I think I saw some coming in on my email while I was talking here, so we might have had a few people enter while I'm on the webinar. They saw the links and went to that, so let me just take a peek at what we've got with that. And 55, so just one person there. So I'm going to go to the Export Manager a second. This is in the left menu of the Tab Site Manager. It's called the Export Manager, and this is an area where you'll be able to see the analytics on what is happening with your sweepstakes. So if you have multiple sweepstakes, they would all be listed here. And if you remember that we named the one I was running Sweeps Plus 1, so that's this one here, and we have a number of functions that we can take a look at, including the ability to manage and view entries, the ability to download entries to CSV file, and that's again valuable to load into your email marketing software afterwards, and the ability to pick a winner. Alright, so let's drill into this a little bit by clicking that for you. And give me a second here. Okay, so I'm in the Sweepstakes Plus, and it's telling me the name, the tab name, when it was created, when it's started, when it's ending, and I can go in and look at Manage View Entries. So in this view here, and the number of entries per page is coming up. I'm going to make that a few more. So what we're taking a look at here is the entries and how many entries they have. So let me see here. So again here, here's a fellow that's entered on Wednesday, May 8th, and this says he has 5 entries for his name now. Okay, so he's went through that process. He entered, he shared it, perhaps had someone else click on that link and come back, and then he shared it with someone else. So he's got 5 entries to his name, and so we can go through those and see the different people that have entered out of our 55 entries. You'll see again there's a number with 2 entries, 1 entry, that type of thing. So that's where we can see all those, and we have the ability then to export this or to pick a winner. We can delete all entry data for this one. We can delete this sweepstakes entirely. We want to make sure we'd export first. So let's just go ahead into the pick a winner feature here. And so what this is doing, and my sweepstakes is still live, so I'm not going to complete this process, but it's going to take all the entries and all of so for that Richard, for example, he had 5 entries, so he has 5 entries in the sweepstakes. So there were 55 unique entrants, and then Richard had 4 plus 1 to make his 5 entries. So that's all added in. So if we just take him, if he was the only one that had more than 1 entry, we'd have 59 entries, because there was 55, which includes him, and he had 5, so his 1 was the first entry. I counted him. Then he had 4 additional ones, so there would have been 59. But basically, I can select in here, how many people do I want to win? Do I want to choose 1 winner, 2 winners, that type of thing? And the system is going to randomly pick based through all of the entries that are there and determine a winner. It's going to display that for you and give you their information so that you'll be able to contact them. So that's the basics on randomly selecting a winner going through the Sweepstakes Plus application. So I want to, if you have questions about that piece, feel free to make sure that you're posting those questions in the GoToMeeting area or facebook.com/tabsite. I'm going to be trying to flip back and forth and take a look at that, or tweeting that message out at #tabsite. Let me flip back to the slides here. And just go through a number of best practices then. So again, what we were taking a look at today is the Sweepstakes Plus engagement app. And this is a list of all of our engagement apps that fit under that umbrella, ones that help you build engagement on your Facebook page. Again, we have coupons, there's a testimonial feedback, social reviews one, there's multiple contests ones, the sweepstakes, there's other ones to show a gallery that links to specific products on your website. There's some of the newer ones, friend share deal download, which means they have to share with a friend before they get access to the coupon. So all of those are listed at tabsite.com/engagement apps. You can read more about those. So one of the questions we're often asked is, how do I select the right promo to use for my page? Okay, and my answer to that is, well, what is your goal? Okay, here's some basic guidelines for that. If your goal is to capture email addresses, if you're trying to build your email list by offering an incentive, then a great way to do that is a deal or a sweepstakes. Again, because with a sweepstakes, everyone's going to enter. If you're going to say if one person's going to win out of that, so you're rewarding people for trying to win. You've given them an incentive to give you their email address to enter in, and so deals and sweepstakes work well for that. It captures all that information. You can export that, use that in your email marketing program. If you're trying to get fan content or some type of, you want to have a voting mechanism, then a contest can work great. So use a photo contest if you want to, say you want to get pictures that of people using your product. All right, and so you're inviting people to submit a photo of themselves or their friends using your product, and you're going to have people vote on that. You could use a photo contest, and you can outline in your rules. These are, you're submitting a photo that's available for us to use in promotional literature later on, and so then you'd have access to those. We allow you to export all those photo entries. But one of the kickers is that a great possibility is, one person enters, they're motivated to get votes, so they share it with their friends. Hey, come vote for my entry, help me win. So they're motivated, word of mouth marketing, once again, to get people to come back and vote for their entry. So that's a good promotion to use if you want to have that voting concept involved. And if you're trying to build up a following on Pinterest or Instagram, your company has decided to move into those social networks as well. One way you can do that is to use the pin deal or the Instagram contest to leverage that out. And Okay, so let me think. Lost my train there. Use this to offer a pin deal. So a pin deal, the concept is that they are on your Facebook page and they need to pin a image that you have set to their Pinterest account, to a board on their Pinterest account, and by so doing, then they get access to your deal offer, your coupon. You know, it might be a discount code or it might be something they print out and bring in store. But what's that done? It has enabled you to spread your content out through your fan community on Facebook on Pinterest, and so anybody following their boards can see they have new activity. Anybody coming to their boards would see that action. So use pin deal or Instagram contest for that. Alright, let's keep going forward in best practices for promoting. So I want to get to your questions here shortly, but let's take a look at you set it up, it's on the tab, you need to get people there. So how are you going to do it, and what's most important in that? Facebook users spend the most amount of their time in the newsfeed. Okay, what do you do when you log on? You go to your newsfeed to see what's happening. You see that scrolling feed of what's happening with your friends and what's happening with pages you have liked. People are spending the majority of their time there in the newsfeed. So in order to get seen, posting is vital. To get your promotion seen, you need to be posting it to the newsfeed, your Facebook page newsfeed, which goes into your fans newsfeed, so they have the potential to see it. And this is an example here that I was showing you. It's a simple statement, and it's got the smart URL in there. Okay, that links to it. That says, "Hey, have you entered in the Outfit of the Day contest?" Okay, here's the link. Click through to go to it. Another best practice is to, if you're running a promotion during that time period, make sure you pin the post. Okay, so here's an example on the left of where you pin it. When you make a post on your Facebook page, there's the pencil icon on the top right of each post. If you click on that pencil, you get a drop down, and the first option says pin to the top. All right. On the right is an example of that I did on my Facebook page. So you see I posted a image. I have a little text description, and I also have the smart URL in that, and you can see by that little gold ribbon, orange gold ribbon up in the top right, that post was pinned on the Facebook page. Moving on, why do you want to use that smart URL? You want to make sure that mobile users, tablet users have the ability to access your contest and be able to enter. And as again, just going through that one more time, Facebook does not natively include the tab apps in their mobile app for Android, for iPhone, or in their mobile phone unit. And so what we give you is the ability to create this smart URL, and by you using this, putting this out there when you send out an email blast about the promotion, on your blog when you're talking about the promotion, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google+, anybody that clicks on this smart URL, which says, tapsite.com/ and the number, it's going to have an ID instead of the facebook.com/ your page name / app number, then they can access it. Okay, so we're hoping that Facebook corrects this one day, but right now they've chosen not to make that ready for mobile users. So this is the solution, and it's available to everyone, smart URL, by simply going to the Save menu. In the Save drop down, one of the options is Save and Get Mobile URL. In any engagement app, we also have it, as I showed you, in that promotional tools area where it says Generate URL. Okay, and that'll display it right there. You just click on that to copy it, and you've got that. So make sure you're using that in your posting. Another key to get the word out about your promotion is to schedule posts for prime times. This is prime time means when the majority of your users are going to be on Facebook and ready to engage. And so you can tell some of those things by trends you've seen in the past from your previous posts. If you've gotten no action at 9 a.m. in the morning, well, you maybe know that's a downtime, but you've gotten a lot of action at 12 noon, or at 5 p.m., 4 p.m. So you want to take a look at what your patterns have been, and then you can schedule posts for that time. So you can set them up. I can queue something up at 6 a.m. that I want to go out at 4 p.m. later that day by using Facebook Scheduler, and this is an example of that. Also, if you are using one of the other social media posting monitoring tools like a Buffer, Sendable, Hootsuite, as I mentioned before, we give those integrations right in each of the engagement apps so that you can pre-set up and have the message go out to Twitter at a good time, at Facebook at a good time, those types of pieces. That's important, getting your message out there at a time when it can be seen, because people are getting a lot of information. So you want to make sure that you're getting it to them at the best time. All right, so let's just run through a best practice outline if you're going to run a promotion. Number one, when you want to communicate about it, communicate that it's coming up. It's an upcoming promotion. All right, where do you want to do that? I'm recommending on the various social networks and web entities that are important to you. So obviously we're running this on Facebook, so we want to communicate about it on Facebook, that it's coming up. Also, we can, if Twitter is important to your business, you can be tweeting about that. Hey, we have this coming up. Using the 140 characters they give you to get it in there. Definitely recommend that you post a blog post about it. Hey, we're going to be running this promotion. It's going to start here. Here's the details. Put that on your blog. We actually give you in the engagement app a web call out feature so that you can easily put a call out in that blog post, which is an image that if they click on that, it links them right to the tab. So that's another good tool that we give you in the promotional tools area in the engagement app. If Google Plus, if you're using that, make sure you're doing some posting about that. And your email marketing, you're letting your people know, hey, we're going to run a contest that's going to start June 1st. Okay, you're letting people anticipate that. Number two, announce the launch of the promotion. So when it started, hey, it's live. The contest is live. That's what you need to get out on, again, on those social networks. It's another round to get that out. And the third thing I'm recommending is that you repeat that launch announcement. All right, just because it started at 8 a.m. and you announced it at 8 a.m. does not mean that enough people know about it at that point in time. So you might need to do it again at 4 p.m. and again the next day at 8 and 4 p.m. Okay, you need to get the word out about that, and that's what I'm talking about with number 5, daily reminder posts. Getting the word out regularly during the event. And that's tied to number 6, update the status of the promotion. So if you're running it for 7 days, on day 2 you're saying, hey, reminder, our contest started yesterday, but on day 4 or day 5 your status update might be something different that says, hey, we've gotten 50 entries now, have you entered yet? And then as it's nearing the end, you want to remind them, hey, only 24 hours left, get your entry in now, only 22 hours left. Have you gotten votes for yours or shared it with more people? Get your final entries in. So do not just repeat the same thing and keep broadcasting out that same message, but give them updates. So you've got the you've got the launch, you've got immediately after, you've got status updates during, and a final reminder it's getting ready to end, and then afterwards you're announcing the winner. Okay, the post there. So again, you can display that on your tab, you can announce that on your blog, and then you can share a post about that in your Facebook news feed and link to that full information about who won, what they won, that type of thing. Leverage that out, get that information out. Send out an email blast then, hey, this was the winner of this entity. I've even seen it done where they've asked the winner, after they've mailed it off, say it was whatever it was, a Kindle or something like that. The person won that. They said, hey, can you get us a picture of you after you've received it using it, and send it back to us so we can use that in our blog post. That works great, because it's showing you this person, Sally won this Kindle. There she is using it. She has a smile on her face. That's great, and you've gotten more activity, engagement, action out of that promotion by sharing it out there, showing people the life cycle of it from the early part till the end of it, this did happen. Now, people always ask me, well, when's the best time to post? When's the best time to post? Hard to say. Depends on the industry, depends on your page, depends on your fans. There's been a lot of studies done. One of these is listed here that Bitly did last year, and they found that links posted from 1 to 4 p.m. resulted in the highest clicks. Okay, so that's the most people engaging with them, taking an action on them. And they found that the peak time of the week was Wednesday at 3 p.m. Okay, now that might not work for another audience that people are at work and not on Facebook during that time period of 8 to 5. You need to reach them after 5 o'clock or before 5 or before in the morning before they go to work, that type of thing. So you need to know your audience. This is just general research done of a number of Facebook pages. So when to post is critical. You need to experiment with that. Take a look at your analytics. When are you getting the most engagement? What types of posts are getting the most engagement? What do you know about your audience of when they're going to spend time on Facebook? All right, so that's going to wrap up that section on the Sweepstakes Plus. The Sweepstakes Plus app is available at the Platinum Plan level. Tapsite.com/compare gives you all our different pricing models and the features there. But Sweepstakes Plus, for as little as $30 for that month, you can get a subscription, and it's month to month, so you can pay for 1 month and be done, or you can plan out a number of months of different promotions, which we recommend as a way to continue to engage your audience so that they get in the pattern saying these guys are active on Facebook with deals and special offerings. I need to stay in touch with them. I need to interact with them. I'm going to win something one of these times from them. But I want to take a couple minutes here to show you a sneak peek of a new tool that we're very excited about. It's called the Website Resizer app. What it does is it resizes your website to fit on a Facebook tab. We've offered a iframe tool for a number of years, but what happens is most websites are wider than 810 pixels wide. A lot of websites are 1,000 pixels wide, and so you get these scroll bars, and people can only see 3/4 of the page, or 2/3 or 80% of the page, and then they have to scroll, and it's just kind of a weird, funky thing. We've got a tool that is getting final testing, hasn't been launched yet, that allows you to resize any website. So here is the sneak peek of the back end, and you're going to select the Website Resizer app, and it basically says what URL, what website, what web page do you want to have shown on the tab, and then we give you this slider, this drag bar, to allow you to scale it. Okay, so let's just take a peek at that, and I'm going to pull up my browser again. I'm going to go to a tab on the front side so I can show you. I have an 11-point Facebook checklist. All right, I did a post last week as a guest post for socialmediaexaminer.com. This is one of the premier social media blogs that are out there, and my article was entitled 11 Checks to Ensure Your Facebook Page is Up to Date. And here it is on my Facebook page, and this site is definitely wider than 810 pixels, but I was able to scale it down so the entire web page fits in right here, so that you can read my entire article and interact with it right on Facebook. So let me take you to the back manager area, and here it is, 11-point checklist. I'm going to load that up and show you the Web Resizer app. So if you're excited about this, if you struggled with, hey, how can I get my e-commerce shopping cart? How can I get some Facebook users to buy? Can they do that right on Facebook? This allows you to do that. No more needing duplicate things, because you can bring in any web page. You can bring in. I've got another example. Okay, this is. Let me show you one more here. Reservations. Okay, I did another quick one where I grabbed from Marriott Hotels their reservation page, and put it on a tab. So right here, any Marriott hotel that you want to, you can look up by city, by airport, and you can make the reservation right on my Facebook page. Okay, so want to just highly recommend this one to you. Let's flip back to the manager here, and here's the web page. All right, so I'm going to copy that just so you can see how wide it really is. Okay, so this is my post on Social Media Examiner. 11 checks to ensure your Facebook page is up to date, and the full width of it there. All right, so I brought it over here, and you see I've got it scaled down. So we allow you to basically just use this tool and say, where's it going to fit? Where do I want to put that so I can maximize that, but that it's going to fit in 810 pixels wide. All right, and then you can refresh and you would see that. So I can drop in again any URL that I want. If I wanted to switch to something else, GetRich.com, and refresh, it's going to pull in my blog, for instance. Here we are. And so if you have one product that you want to sell and that's your special one, you can go and you have that in an e-commerce site somewhere. You have a book on Amazon, okay, and the page where your book is being sold on Amazon. You can put that URL in here and make it fit. So if I want this a little wider, I can fill up that space, and it's there. For height, we are automatically allowing you to set a height, and you have two ways. You can put in the height of the page. Now again, for some websites, remember you have some pages that are longer than others because maybe you have a blog post that is 600 words, another blog post that is 2,000 words. Well, those are going to obviously be different heights. So you want to set it basically to the height of the tallest page, and so you can either do that by typing in the number of pixels of that height. So let's scroll down and you can see that this is where 1,000 ends, or you can use this drag button, the drag pad, and okay, so I'm not at the bottom of the page yet. You see how this is going up now? It says now my height is 1,177 pixels. I can keep going down, and I'm at the bottom of my page now, so I can leave it there, give myself a little extra space because I know that I might have a longer web blog page at some other point. All right, then below that we give you every tool that we always give you on tabs. We have extra social sharing buttons. You can add a like gate to this. So think of the possibilities. Okay, you want to sell a product, it's on your e-commerce site, you want to sell it on Facebook, so you put that product page in here in the Web Resizer app. You put a like gate on that, so they have to like your page before they get access to purchase that product, and you drive traffic to it. So now you're building up your Facebook community and selling your product and allowing them to do it all on Facebook. You can purchase it right here. They don't have to go out. This isn't going to bounce anywhere else. This page will just continue to go. I can navigate this entire site, right here. So I'm not changing anything. I'm exploring Marriott right here on Facebook. Okay, no questions asked. What's happening? I can just resize this to fit within. So let me see, where was I with that 11-point checklist? I had got this specific blog post, my blog post from Social Media Examiner, right here. And just by promoting a little bit out there, posting some articles on my Facebook page saying, hey, come check out my 11-point checklist, I got 129 plus ones. I'm not sure why that one skyrocketed so much, but that's traffic. So this is what we're talking about, the beta version of the website Resizer app. It's going to be a app, and it's just going to allow you to scale what you want right there. The uses are, again, endless. Any web page. Do e-commerce on Facebook. A landing page. So if you're capturing leads on your blog with a landing page, you can use this to do it also on Facebook. Put a like gate in front of that. If you're using reservations for restaurants, reservations for hotels, ticket sales for some event, what your industry is, all done right there on Facebook. Website Resizer app. No gaudy scroll bars any longer with this app. No building it on your website and then also needing to build it on Facebook. Take what you've got on your website, place it on Facebook. So this is also going to be available. We're going to be launching that in the next 10 days, so stay tuned for information coming forth on that. It's going to be available at the Platinum plan level. But let's get to some of the questions here. I know there's a question that came in about you missed the beginning. Yes, there's going to be access to this later on, the slides, and also a full webinar video replay is going to be available to you. And there was a question about the pin deal, pin to the top capability. So there is the pin deal is available at the Platinum plan level. So different plans have different apps and features that are available at different ones. You can find all of those at tapsite.com/compare to find out the details on those. Mike Morris, glad that you think that Website Resizer is a brilliant app. Glad to know that. All right, let me take a look at our audience here. So if you do have questions, feel free to post those. Let's jump over Tapsite quick. The winner of the free for life Tapsite Gold plan is from Perth, Australia, Mark Van Geisel. Mark Van Geisel, I am for you. From Perth, Australia. Mark, I'll be reaching out to you later on. Congratulations on that. And 19 hours ago. All right, so just want to check the details here. Let's jump back to my slides and the questions. I would like to get your input, okay? If you do me a favor and go to facebook.com/tapsite on our Facebook page and create your own post there and just give me one takeaway that you thought was important to you. What did you like about Sweepstakes Plus? What questions haven't I answered? And a second question is, we've been thinking about doing a podcast. Would you listen to a podcast, something that's about 20 minutes in length, on social media, on Facebook marketing, on a specific topic? Basically, is this of value to you enough that, and do you listen to podcasts that you would download me for that 20-minute social media, no nonsense, here's the facts, here's how it can help you, weekly podcast? We'd probably do one a week is what we're thinking about. So let me know if you have interest in that, and the way you can do that is by giving us some feedback at facebook.com/tapsite. Special webinar offer for those of you not from Perth, Australia, who did not win the Free for Life Tapsite Gold plan is 33% off any Tapsite plan for a specific Facebook page. That's the bronze, silver, gold, or platinum plans. 33% off for the first year. Enter code GETTABSITE at checkout. That's valid for any upgrade. So if you're at gold, you want to go to platinum. If you're at silver, you want to go to gold. You can do that. Enter GETTABSITE at checkout. That's going to be available the next 24 hours to you. And all right, let me see here. A couple slides to go. So again, I will be getting information out. Video replay will be available. Everyone who registered will be emailed that information. Answer those questions. One thing that you found out that was helpful at facebook.com/tapsite. Would you listen to a podcast with social media focus on how to maximize social media, specific topics, possibly some interviews? via podcast, 20 minutes once a week. Would that be of value? If you want to take action on getting started, we offer a 14-day free trial. You can also use this code for 33% off by using Get Tab Site code at checkout. All right. Thank you for your time. I am going to go check Twitter here and see if I've missed anything. I try to keep up with that, but there's only so many screens I can keep track of at one time while talking to you and keep my train of thought there. So if you do have questions, post those. If not, thanks for being with me today. This was Mike from TabSite. I'm going to sign off. Stick around just for anybody that has any follow-up questions. But for all of you, thanks for being with us today.